Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Colorado Avalanche franchise mode. So in last episode we had the conference finals against the Germans, and we managed to oust them in a nice 4-game sweep where we just completely obliterated them. Like, they didn't score more than 3 goals for, and we scored like a total of like, how much goals during that span, like 13 games. So our offense has been great, and we're 12th in the playoffs so far. Like, let's take a look at the Eastern Conference. So yeah, Pittsburgh. Yeah, wait. Yeah, Pittsburgh was here. So Finland got ousted just because of the rankings, I guess, in the Atlantic Division. So Pittsburgh just barely made it with 77 points. Like, they had a 31, 34, and 15 record, or in 2 also. Like, they weren't a good team, and then their goaltender in this playoffs has just been insane for an 85. And yeah, they're looking for their first Stanley Cup in this GM mode, I think. Maybe their second, I don't know. But yeah, they have a similar roster to what we played against them a few years ago. Except for there's like Jaromir Jagr's retired. They still have like Lafreniere. Tarnstrom was there a couple years ago. They also added Matt Cullen and like Keith Primo, Jan Bulis, some good veterans. And then, yeah, goaltending wise, as you can see, Robert Mueller, this guy, I don't know how he's playing so good. Like, this team must be just very good defensively in terms of how they play. Because during the regular season, he wasn't the greatest. Like, he had 8 shutouts, but now he's got 7 shutouts and 12 wins, which is pretty absurd. So, yeah, we need to find a way to beat Robert Mueller and wreck his dreams. Even though that I hate saying that because the guy passed away in real life back in, like, the earlier 2000s, or, like, 2008, maybe it was. Yeah, I think it was 2008, so I don't like saying that, but hopefully we could win the Stanley Cup against the Penguins again. We beat them back in, I think it was 2026. I didn't look after I recorded the last episode, so I don't know still, but I'll more than likely find out after this video. So anyways, let's get into Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Both teams playing really well. Let's see what happens. It could be a very good defensive series because of the goaltending. First period, and it's 2-1 for Pittsburgh. Okay, maybe not. So Mueller lets in a goal from Drury, but then Primo and Morozov score for Pittsburgh, beating Ross Carter. So we've allowed 2 goals on 9 shots, which is something we don't really do that often. Hopefully we could have a good bounce back period here. Second period, and it is 3-2. So we tied it up, Rylan Keefe, but Herdina gives the Pens the lead. So we're out shooting. So yeah, Robert Mueller is definitely the difference right now, and then their offense has been able to click better. Hopefully we have a strong third here in Game 1. Come on, boys. Get it to 8 times. There you go. Come on, boys. Let's get that goal. Peter Forsberg, you had a really good first 3 rounds. Hopefully you can score a goal for us here, or somebody. Final 8 minutes. Come on, boys. There you go, Gerbeshkov. Leave it to the top line that's been playing really well in the postseason. We're out shooting them pretty badly as well, 36-27, but it's a 3-3 game going into overtime. So, yeah, Robert Mueller is playing still really good. 3 goals on 36 shots is really good. Ross Carter has still been decent, 3 goals on 27 shots, but nowhere near as good as Mueller in this round so far. Hopefully we can come through here with the hero here. Who's going to be that hero for us? Is it going to be like a random guy on the 4th line like Finger or Pozo, or is it going to be someone like Strublik? And it is Pierce. Nice. Leave it to the, I think it's his first year or second year in the NHL. I'm losing track of time in this GM mode, so. Drury from Gerbeshkov and Keefe. Keefe from Drury and Darmour. Gerbeshkov from Darmour and Drury, and Pierce from Finger and Ulnov. So we win Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Finals. Drury the first star, Darmour the second star, and Gerbeshkov the third. So I think last time we played the Penguins in the Stanley Cup Finals, we swept them, if I'm not mistaken. So if we sweep them again this year, then that would be pretty bad for their organization. But they're definitely due to win soon, I would assume. Like, Mueller is going to get statistical growth just based on how he played this playoffs, I think, for them. So, game number 2, still on home ice. Can we take a 2-0 series lead headed to the Penguins arena? I was going to say Pittsburgh, but I don't even know what I was going to say, the Igloo. This is called Igloo. First period. And it's 1-0 for us, and it's Gerbeshkov. The top line has just been, literally every single round, they've been doing really well. So, I like that top line. Hopefully Drury doesn't retire soon, because he is getting up there in age, but we're up 1-0 after 1. Shots are 12-8 in favor of the Pens. Second period, and it's 2-1 for us. So Finger makes it 2-0, but our former player Jan Bulis 2-1. Shots are 25-17 in favor of Pittsburgh. So this time around, Ross Carter's having a good defensive game, or a good goaltending game. Let's see how this third goes. Come on, boys. Let's get another win here. If we could get some insurance, please. Sam Strelbeck or somebody, I don't know, who wants to come through. Final 6 minutes of this third period. And we're going to lock it down as Peter Forsberg gets the empty netter. So a very good game from Ross Carter, and our offense managed to click when it needed to. And we are up 2-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals. So Gerbeshkov from Keefe and Ulanov, Finger from Pierce and McCardle, and Forsberg from Zubov and Galchenyuk. 3 stars, Carter, Finger, and Gerbeshkov. I actually got to quickly check something, make sure Peter Forsberg's the captain. Because if we win the Stanley Cup, I'm not having, like, I don't know who, just for example, like Laddie take the Stanley Cup, because I would rather see Forsberg with that Stanley Cup. Let's see, captains and jerseys. Is Forsberg our captain currently? Yeah, he is. Okay, good. Because I guess with Sakic retiring last year, they just decided to give it to Forsberg, which makes a lot of sense. I'm surprised that never happened in real life, but then again, Forsberg wasn't on Colorado his entire career. So here we go, Game 3 in Pittsburgh. Can we take a 3-0 lead in this Stanley Cup Finals? First period, 2-0 for us. Man, this team is amazing. It's just going to suck when we lose Forsberg potentially this offseason. Maybe next offseason, I don't know. Drury and Strelbeck get goals, and it's 2-0 for us after 1. Second period, and it's 2-1, so once again they pull within 1. Keith Primo with the goal. Shots are 26-21 in favor of the Penguins, but it's a 2-1 game for us. Third period underway. Come on, boys, let's get some insurance again. And Morozov ties the game up. Goddamn. Come on, guys. Who wants to be that hero for us? Final 10 minutes of this third period. Come on, boys. I know we're on the road, but we need a goal. And we are headed back to overtime for the second time in 3 games, I think. Shots are 34-33 in favor of Pittsburgh, so both going pretty damn good. And it's a tie game. Who will be the hero here in OT? Pierce was in game number 1. Who will be in game number 3? It's definitely a very even game right now. Like, shots are close, and goals are obviously tied. Situation. Yes, we are. Shots are 43-39 in favor of us. We need, that's just one more goal, and we could go up 3-0 in the Stanley Cup Finals. Come on, boys. Peter Forsberg, I'm looking at you, man. Be that super Swede that you are. Get us that OT winner. Second OT is underway, and they score. God damn it, Brennan. And it's a 2-1 series. So we did lose the game in the series, which I was expecting us to anyways, but nothing lead and lost 3-2. So Strelbeck from Drury and Keefe, and Drury from Boudreau. 3 stars in that game. Mueller just played out of his mind. I'm surprised Carter's not there. And then Brennan and Jacina. Okay, so hopefully we can kind of bounce back a bit from that game, because, well, actually, it was a good game, but hopefully we could, like, Ross Carter bounces back from that game a bit, because he let in 3 goals. So, yeah, hopefully we bounce back and take a 3-1 series lead. That'd be the hope, at least. So, here we go, game number 4. Mine's yet. First period, and it's 1-0 Penguins. Jan Bulis again. Damn it, Jan Bulis, man. That guy used to play on our third line, and he was really good. I just didn't keep him around because in favor of us, and we're down 1-0. Second period, and still 1-0 for the Penguins. Come on, guys. We got to get to Robert Mueller. I know he's a good goaltender, but seriously, you have 22 shots. Somebody just snipe it top Ched on him, please. Power play for us early into this third period, and we don't score on it. Come on, guys. We need a goal. Our offense is drying up this game, and yeah, just Mueller's playing out of his mind right now, almost making 40 saves. Come on, boys, tie it up. And we're not going to do that as we get 40 shots on goal, yet Mueller stops every single one of them, and we have a tie series headed back home, which is not good. We lose 1-0. Yeah, I might make some line changes just because, I don't know. Well, actually, we've been playing good. It's just we have not scored in the last game. Well, we've scored 2 goals in 2 games, so we're kind of drying up. Lines change. Let's see, defensively. Defensively is fine. We've been really good defensively all this entire series and stuff. Forsberg's down to an 80 overall now. I think he was an 81 earlier. What do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do almost with these lines. Do I move Zadorov up? No, Pierce has been good. I don't know if even I want to make any changes almost. Or what changes to make. I'm not splitting up these two. I could split up these two. Let's go DiPietro up there with Henry and put... I don't know if that's even going to help us at all. Let's take a look probably what guys look like. Scored really... want to lose this. First period. Love makes it 1-0 for them into 1 minute. And shots are 11-9. Shots are 21-20 in favor of us. Gonna be our board almost last. We swept them. So our favorite power play. Get it. There we go. And we have it. Stanley Cup in. I think on that too. Robert and Pelling like that in. And so this is gonna be a pretty scary thing for me to watch. We have 100 goaltending apparently, which I've never seen before. But yeah, we're hopefully gonna win this Stanley Cup. I'd like to hope at least on the road in Pittsburgh if we could do so. We just need a watch, and I'll see you guys at the end of it.
This is over. Colorado's won the Stanley Cup. Do you believe the celebration going on?
They've been injured, they've been banged, beaten down, yet able to dig deep and find character that only Stanley Cup champions. As you shake hands at the end of a series, you see the players say a few ex-teammates. Some know each other from growing series.
And here is the winner
that probably winning the Conn Smythe. You drink up.
It's weeks. The captain is the first to...
He's often acknowledged to be one of the best captains in all of sport. One thing, to be held on a different level as he is. As long as the Stanley Cup has been presented on the ice, the cup is handed off. Nobody really trophy is presented player to player.
In what would be his last Stanley Cup victory, Wayne Gretzky gathered a team picture, and that has now become a custom.
So, let's see who retired this season. Did we lose Forsberg? Did we lose Drury? Because those are the two guys we're pretty much watching. So St. Louis has the first overall pick in the draft this year, followed by New Jersey, New York, Tampa Bay, the other New York, Ottawa, Vancouver, Dallas. Okay. I guess from San Jose that we got is probably like 25th. It's not huge. With a Stanley Cup, 917 points in 900 games. As good as real life, but it's really hard to make one that's accurate. What a good last playoff run as well. 22 points in those 21 games. We're 36 years old. Damn. There's with 772 points, so some pretty good Sweden-born players. There's. I don't know if my as well right now. Hopefully not, because I need to keep track of who retires. Eric Lindros, 761 points in 981 games. Quite a bit later than he did in real life and suffers. David NHL, so he never got the chance. Corey Stillman, 699 points. Never left the Flames, which is something that didn't happen in real life either. Which is way overproduced, like, because Pat Flynn was a second overall pick or something like that, so. And this guy was like one of the biggest busts, so it's kind of Letnan 670. Never left Dallas, which is realistic. Good to see that. John, the Czech Republic. Interesting. Philadelphia. Go. Ziggy Palffy retires with Buffalo, 664 points. There you go. Scott Warder, so he never Carolina like he. Pretty good seasons for him, I guess. Dmitry Kristich retiring with the Florida Panthers. Was in their AHL the final season, much year before either. Steve Sullivan, our player, retires at third a bit earlier because, or actually no, he didn't. He played a decent amount, but had some injury problems earlier in his career, like at least. Brian Smolinski retires with 547 points. So maybe want to call it the Nashville. A lot of good players that are retiring this year. Last year he played. Where the Blue Jackets would have been, so it's kind of neat because he was a Blue Jacket for a point in time. Rem Murray retiring with the St. Louis Blues. Was in the AHL the last year. Retires with 302 points. Final year he was. Stefan Yeller, former one, retires with the Boston Bruins, who he actually played with in real life around this point in time, so that's kind of neat. I think it might have been like 2000 Florida where he started in this. Weird seeing him on the Blackhawks because I'm used to him always in Detroit. Zhitnik was with the New Jersey Devils. 37. He was playing a lot. He was last year, but not. Adrian Coyne retiring with the Philadelphia Flyers. in real life Phoenix Coyotes or the Columbus Blue Jackets in like 2012, I'd like to say, maybe 2013. Todd Marchant retires with is kind of weird because with Anaheim in real around this point in time. Andrei Nikolitin retiring with the Florida Panthers. There you go. 231 points. Pretty good for a defensive. I don't think he played there in real life, if I'm mistaken. I know he AHL the last year. Johan Davidson, another. He was more of a 75 points in 815 games. Yachmanov retires with the Philadelphia. Lassi Perrietta retires as a free agent. Decent amount of guys. Kasparaitis retires. No Stanley Cup champion. He lost in the finals twice to us. 120 points. Because he was a really defensively minded. A lot of points. 120 points in accurate points. Retires as a free agent. Steve Webb also retiring as a free agent. More of a physical guy. Yeah, very. Probably in the age of 73. Retires with the Florida Panthers. There you go. No, that's nobody, and I've never even heard of this guy. Points. There you go. And James. AHL for quite a few seasons. Like he was a fringe NHL player. Yeah, that's it. Tommy Sal, and then Fred as a free agent, and that is it. Points, that's pretty insane. It's you, Peter Forsberg. He'll actually be a scout. I guess he's not going to be. Nobody's going to be a scout. Not even Daniel. I was hoping for Forsberg to be at least a scout for us, but guess not. Us in and that'll be good. Also, I go throughout this one. Looks like a lot of the younger guys are growing, and then DiPietro's grown a lot. Pozo's a decent amount. Up to a 59. Dolan up to 2. Prospect to 69. We drafted. Yeah, just 6 forward prospects up to a 69. He played one more year in the queue, and he was 6 forward prospect that I think we drafted last year. Sjostrom, 70 overall now. Our goalie prospect 62. Anybody else? Low top 6 forward. Zuzin might actually make the NHL. And 113 the year before. You think 36 points is not. He comes over to the NHL. Oh, 77 at 22. Yeah, Jokela should play on our next season. We probably will play him next year. Salonen up to a 70 at 20. Nice. Yeah, we're getting some good growth. And 75 at 21 for Havana. For a low elite, that's pretty good. Yeah, this guy might actually be pretty good. Goalie-wise, our goalie prospect is Jaskin's not somebody that we... These guys might reach starter potential, but it might take them a couple years still. So yeah, anyways, I think that's going to be it. Yeah, I'll just show you the draft class quickly. I just don't want this episode to be too long because I had to split it up into 2 chunks quickly because of my recording. I don't know how it was glitching or whatnot. So we're drafting with probably like 20, like 31. Yeah, we're probably just able to get another top 6 forward or a top 4 defenseman, maybe a top 9 forward. Not too bad. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for Colorado Avalanche franchise mode. So in next off season, it might be the final off season of this, based on how we do next season, because next season might be the final season if we could get all the way back to that Stanley Cup Finals again and stuff like that. So anyways, let me know what you, and I'll see you guys next time.